The traffic volume on the Trans-Caspian route continues to increase every year. Kazakhstan has become an important transit link for logistics from China to Europe and back. Today, Kazakhstan's terminal at the Lianyungang port in northeastern China is of great geostrategic importance. It is one of the world's 25 largest seaports. In the last 3 years, 8 million tons of cargo were received and shipped in the joint terminal. Our goal is to promote the economy through Kazakhstan's logistics. There is a successful transportation of goods in the China-Europe direction. We send wheat from Kazakhstan to Southeast Asia via the Lianyungang port. In the future, we will increase the volume and range of products transported from Kazakhstan. Not only wheat, but also beef and chicken meat will be added to the list. Local manufacturers paid lower costs of logistics at the cargo terminal co-owned by Kazakhstan at the Lianyungang port. Grain producers took advantage of the opportunity to open new markets abroad.
Делаем перетарку нашего зерна, зерно везем в Вьетнам.
We do the repacking of our grain. We send it to Vietnam. In the future, we consider to expand the market in Indonesia, Malaysia, Korea and Japan. We ship back these containers in which we brought the grain to Kazakhstan. So we looped these containers.
Закольцовали эти контейнера.
Kazakhstan intends to expand the international terminal network. This is a strategic goal, experts say. Creating an infrastructure only in the Republic will not benefit the economy and trade industry. It is important to integrate it into the global transit transport system. German investors see Kazakhstan as an important partner with good export potential. German entrepreneurs attended a meeting in Berlin with Kazakh officials. At the meeting, the Kazakh government officials provided information on the agricultural capacity, the government's support and investment opportunities in Kazakhstan.
Wir haben bei der heutigen Veranstaltung gesehen, zum einen, welche Möglichkeiten.
At the meeting, we learn about Kazakhstan's agricultural capacity and identify areas where we can participate. Kazakhstan and Germany established close cooperation. Kazakhstan is an important market for Germany with a good export opportunity. The Kazakh officials also informed the audience about the regional projects. North Kazakhstan authorities briefed the German entrepreneurs about the construction of wheat processing factory.
После встречи отдельно подходили руководители компаний, интересовались нашей областью.
The meeting was successful. After the meeting, local entrepreneurs approached us to share their plans to participate in projects being implemented in our region. For example, they want to construct a poultry farm. Another investor wants to launch a wood processing business. We are ready to assist our German partners.
Приехать в апреле месяце по переработке леса именно березы. То есть делать клееный брус, поставить оборудование, но мы создадим все условия.
German entrepreneurs expressed willingness to start their operations in the Kazakh market and share their advanced technologies and best practices. Kazakhstan intends to increase exports of agricultural products abroad. For example, farmers of the East Kazakhstan region will deliver nearly 200 tons of sunflower seeds to China. For this purpose, all conditions are being created in the region. The grain drying facility has been opened in the region. Seeds delivered to the plant undergo a full technological processing. Raw materials are adjusted to 7% moisture. It is necessary that the sunflower is kept longer and meets all quality standards.
Мы проводим анализы и расчёты.
We carry out analysis and calculations. In general, we plan to install a flour mill in this area to process the sunflower and grain.
Зерновых, то есть мелькомбинат.
Annually, up to 20,000 tons of grain can be processed in the enterprise. Next year, the number of conveyors and other equipment will increase. Workshops will be built on the territory of the enterprise, which will process the sunflower into vegetable oil. Specialists of Barayev Research and Production Center for Grain Farming developed a new wheat species. After 1,095 days of testing, the researchers created a new wheat species capable of yielding 46.5 quintals of grain per 1 hectare. The hard summer wheat species is called Damtsinskaya 2017. Researchers of the Barayev Center thoroughly test every wheat grains and study ways to prevent the spread of various plant diseases and protect from pests.
С каждого образца мы берем от 25 до 35 колосьев, и из них мы можем даже элементарно...
We take 25 to 30 wheat grains from each sample and pick the best. Today we put them in containers and label with numbers. Later we perform tests to identify the highest yielding and high quality wheat grains.
Засыпаем в ленту, он идет под нумеризацией, мы потом все это оформляем, и потом идет он в СП2.
The new wheat species is notable for its high endurance. The hard summer wheat can be used to produce pasta and bakery products. The wheat is yellow and is 1.2 meters long. The ear is 12 centimeters. This species has 14 to 14.8% of protein and 29.6% of gluten. We tested the wheat's properties and viability in northern Kazakhstan. Hard wheat crops occupy 450,000 hectares of land in Kazakhstan, with 40% belonging to the Barayev Institute. North Kazakhstan and Akmola regions are the largest hard wheat producers, while agrarians in Astana are planning to increase their crop areas. Kazakhstan will increase gasoline exports to Kyrgyzstan and deliver up to 200,000 tons of fuel per year to the neighboring republic. Following the move, Kyrgyzstan will have another major source of fuel export. Currently, the country only has one major supplier of fuel and lubricants, which is Russia.
Рост составил в целом на горюче-смазочные.
The growth of fuel and lubricants made up 10.7%. Prices of diesel fuel have increased by 18.5%.
На дизельное топливо это на 18,5%.
Last year, 411,000 tons of gasoline was delivered from Russia to Kyrgyzstan. Only 73 tons were delivered from Kazakhstan. Experts are sure that the situation may change after the government talks on duty-free deliveries of Kazakh fuel and lubricants will be conducted.
Казахстан в прошлом году модернизировал свои нефтеперерабатывающие.
Last year, Kazakhstan upgraded its refineries. They have had a surplus for the first time since then. They're willing to sell surpluses to us. First, there will be competition. Secondly, Kazakhstan is our nearest neighbor, where the cost of delivery is much cheaper compared to Russia. Kazakhstan is currently exploring the possibility of exporting gasoline to Armenia and Belarus. The law on the teachers' status Uzbekistan outlining teachers' rights and obligations entered into force in Uzbekistan. Ratings for teachers will be based on students' performance. A new social benefits package is introduced and housing is provided to teachers who moved from cities to rural areas. The law also entails higher salaries for teachers. Starting this year, payment for working pensioners in Uzbekistan will be paid in full. Uzbek teacher with 32 years of experience, Karomat Sidikova, appreciates the changes. The salary increased and the pension will be paid in full. Previously, we used to perform irrelevant functions, and now we will change for the better. Experts believe that the new law on the teachers' status will encourage young teachers to work in rural areas, thus eliminating the lack of young professionals in villages. Nodir Abdulvohidov is an English teacher who graduated last year. Of course, I will try myself in other industries, but first I should work in school and gain some experience. A comprehensive modernization of the education sector has been prepared under the decree of Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. As part of the Modern School State Program, 126 new educational institutions will be introduced in the country, and 704 schools will be modernized by 2025. We have a one-story school. In 2019, a second floor will be added, or there will be a new building. My parents and I look forward to it. Over 300 students study with us. Teachers no longer need to do unnecessary bureaucracy works. They say that they are feeling the positive effect of the new introductions, although the law has only been adopted quite recently. A rare cardiac surgical procedure was held in the Sikhayev National Research Surgery Center in Almaty. A damaged aortic valve was changed with a pulmonary valve in a young patient, and the missing pulmonary valve was replaced with an implanted bioprosthesis. The operation is called the Ross procedure. The surgery is different from the conventional cardiac transplantation because patients can live a normal life after the surgical intervention. The patients don't require special lifelong therapy, and physical exercises will not threaten their health. The procedure was performed by a well-known Russian cardiac surgeon and his colleagues.
Этот клапан, он рассчитан на всю оставшуюся жизнь. То есть в аорте он будет расти.
The valve can be used throughout life as it will grow in the aorta. It is designed to restore the person's full functions for the patient to withstand all physical and psychological pressures, just like other healthy person. With this valve, the patient can even go into space. Performing this valve transplant is more difficult than the heart replacement surgery. This intervention is the most difficult in the cardiac surgery practices. The unique procedure was performed as part of the international symposium held to mark the 60th anniversary of the first cardiac surgery in Kazakhstan. The forum brought together Kazakh and foreign scientists to share the best practices in cardiac surgery.
A multi-purpose youth center will be opened in Turkistan as part of the Youth Year in Kazakhstan. This will be a unique facility aimed to unleash the potential of the young people. The center will work on implementing the projects that are in line with the ideas and directions outlined by President Nazarbayev for 2019. The center will occupy an area of 2,000 square meters and feature an IT park, volunteer movement department, and foreign language schools.
Здесь будет работать многофункциональный коворкинг-центр, где начинающие бизнесмены, стартаперы.
We will have a multi-purpose co-working center where young entrepreneurs can work on their development and network. They will be provided with free Wi-Fi. We will also have a large youth service center where the young people will be able to receive services and consultations in accordance with a variety of state programs. I would like to mention that the young people have been involved in the design of the facility.
Данное здание именно молодежь участвует в становлении интерьера, дизайна данного здания.
Artist Aidarkhan Sikhayev creates true masterpieces in his workshop, from portraits and landscapes to sculptures of famous poets and writers. He reflects national history, traditions of Kazakhs, and love to his native land. He has dedicated nearly 40 years of his life to art, creating hundreds of works. One of his works is a sculpture of love from the Kazakh legend Multipurpose and Bayan Sulu. The art piece is placed at Baykadam village in Sarisu district, while its copy is installed at a park in Bayzak district. The artist spent almost half a year to work on the 1-ton sculpture. 5 meters is the highest. It is going to be even higher with the pedestal. I've created my masterpieces based on folklore. I've tried to modernize them a little bit in order to create images which will be interesting for the younger generation. Aidarkhan Sikhayev's works are very beautiful. The artist plans to create an ethno park of sculptures called Taras, a reflection of centuries. There will be 100 sculptures based on different subjects. The draft project is completed.
Приглашались художников со всего мира, потому что здесь тема обширная.
Artists from all over the world will be invited as the topic is diverse. It will be a brand of our Taras city and even of Kazakhstan. Tourists from all over the world will visit Taras in order to see these sculptures. The sculptor is working on images of Abay and Pushkin and other thematic compositions. He plans to present his sketches to the regional architects. In the future, parks in the region will house new sculptures. Astana Opera will premiere the Eugene Onegin opera next month. The opera, which was based on a novel written by Alexander Pushkin, was composed by Pyotr Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky was very involved in the lyrical works and he created the script only in one night. The composer successfully revealed the inner soul of the main characters in the performance.
Героиня моя, она сложна тем, что очень глубокая у нее тонкая душевная структура. Она живет в деревне.
My heroine has a complicated character as she has a deep soul. She lives in her own closed world in the village. She reads books, specifically Grandison novels. She imagines love, but she has never tried to feel it. And then love comes at first sight. It is important to convey this exact moment.
Приезжает, и состоялась любовь, как говорится, с первого взгляда. Вот этот момент тоже очень важен, без слов, но суметь передать вот этот момент.
The opera has diverse characters from peasants to landlords, guests at the ball, Tatiana, Olga, and officers. 250 exclusive costumes were created, especially for the premiere. According to the information at the theatre, more fabrics are used for the play compared to other performances.
День рождения у Ларины – это конец лета, плюс и по времени это раньше происходит.
Larina's birthday is at the end of summer. At that time, fashion used to change very often, almost every year. There is a huge difference in style between the acts. In the first act, the colors of the costumes are of light and beige shades. But at the Crassus ball, it was the director's wish and idea to have very dark colors, such as blue, brown, bronze, and dark green. The colors are more magnificent.
Темные, синие, коричневые, бронзовые, зеленые, темно-зеленые, там абсолютно фасон, они намного пышнее.
The performance will showcase special surprises by the directors. Latest technological solutions will be used on stage. The performance will be interesting to watch for both theatergoers who are familiar with the opera and viewers who want to be acquainted with the story of Eugene Onegin.
Мы увидим архитектуру, мы увидим видеопроекции, да?
There will be architecture, video projections, and animals such as horses on the stage during the duel. There will be a large mirror at the background where couples dance. It will be very interesting.
С парами, которые танцуют на фоне большого зеркала и так далее. То есть это очень, все будет очень интересно.
The horse riding culture originated in the Great Steppe. The Kazakh horse riders are preserving the ancient horse breeding traditions. Instructors in Aktobe are teaching their knowledge and skills to the younger generation. The Aktobe Traditional Sports School was promoted to the regional level with 400 children training in the school. The instructors teach children to ride horses in traditional horse races such as Baigye, Tengye Ilu, and Kokbar. The Traditional Sports School has impressive achievements as 4 Kazakhstan champions and 3 Asia champions were trained by the school instructors. From our latest achievements, our school students Shingizkhan Yerjanov, Azamat Sergazin, and Arman Singinbayev competed at the Asia Championship, finishing first at the competition. It is a great achievement for us. The school students practice their skills and learn details about the gear required to ride a horse and the ways to train and handle the horse. For example, a water and heat-resistant whip should be made from meadowsweet cut during the frost in January. The whip is twisted. You just need to apply a little oil and hold it over a burning fire for a while. Then the whip will maintain the shape however you bend it. The whip handles are made of meadowsweet wood and consists of 3 or 4 parts. In addition to being an important part of the sports and traditions, the ancient culture of horse riding is also beneficial for health. The facility promoting the traditional Kazakh sports also offers hippotherapy treatment.